Hello everyone. Today's video is going to be just a little bit of a short. I've got a couple of bits to do on the J9 that have been bugging me for ages, and it's actually due to be used in about a week's time for 4 nights, and basically I want to get it done before I'm in the van because it just bugged me whilst I'm there. So essentially, let me show you what it is. Really simple stuff. This is basically some of that 4-ply carpet that you just put around panels. What I want to do is do some sections on the back door. I'm going to put this behind the carpet, just, add a little bit of insulation, keep it warm if possible. I hope you've ordered enough because there's 3 by 2 meters in here. And what I want to do is actually also cover off, there's like an engine cover inside the cab because it's flat fronted on the J9. What I'll do quickly is I'll just show you now, and then I'll just do a little mini video of kind of what I'm doing and hope it looks all right. Thanks. So what I was mentioning is the front of this is completely flat fronted. There's no kind of engine area. So behind here sits the engine and the radiator and all the normal bits and pieces. What that means is the engine's on the inside. So let me show you quickly. One cool feature about the J7s and 9s is the UPS slidey door. So in here, what you can see is this is the cover that covers the engine. So the engine is a big diesel in mine. It's quite noisy, hence why I kind of put this kind of Dodo sound deadening mat on here and some of this other bits just to try and keep some of the noise out of the cab area. It's definitely worked. I'm hoping with the carpet layer also add that a little bit more. Hopefully we can make it as quiet as possible. But what I want to do is cover all this on carpet, and I'll show you kind of the approach I'm going to take when I'm inside the garage doing the next bits and pieces. Then at the back of the van, scoot down here quickly. Excuse the mess. Is the inside the back doors. There's this big section here. It looks quite nice, but what I want to do is put a carpet section here, and then it'll kind of look nice, like the rest of the van's kind of got all the bits and pieces in there. It will just kind of finish it off a bit more. But what I'll do is do it on this side, and I'll match the same on this door. This one's a little bit different because it's got the number plate recess, so I need to put a little panel on the inside just to make sure the wiring's safe. But that's the plan. I'll show you how it goes. Okay, the engine cover has made it into the garage. 2 things. Firstly, I was planning on doing this actually outside in the yard area, but in true British summertime, it is now raining in the space of 20 minutes when it was sunshine. Secondly, this is seriously heavy. I'd forgotten how heavy this is. As you can see from inside, it's made from some very dense material to stop the sound and fumes and heat getting into the cab area. There's also this rubber seal here, which is connected to, well, part of this setup. This actually locks it into the van to get a good seal on there. This bit here will need to be undone. There's also some hardware underneath the handle, which I'll undo to get the carpet underneath to get a nice edge. And the same here, this is the same as at the top, but this latches it to the floor of the van, again with a rubber seal. And you can see on here, it's getting quite a few marks. My aim is to put the carpet over all of this to stop it getting future marks, but also it'll just look a lot nicer, all carpeted one colour, and it'll match the rest of the van. What I'm hoping to do is down here, you can see there's a number of rivets. I'm going to drill each of these out and knock the trim off, and then we get the carpet in, put the trim back on to get a really nice finished edge on the carpet, so it's actually not in the engine bay area. And then I'm going to put new rivets in so it looks the same. That's the plan, fingers crossed, and I'll keep you all updated. Let's check back in. As you can see, I've managed to get both of the trims off, the top one and the bottom one. This one will give us a really kind of nice lip to get the carpet tucked under. Then we put it on top, it will kind of hide it and keep it all trapped in there. We are going to glue this section anyway, but obviously it will give us that much more better look. I feel like more of a professional finish. I'm not gonna lie guys, the French guy put on at factory, impressive. I don't think it needed the rivets. It was literally, I've had to, as you can see, kind of prise it apart centimetre by centimetre, because it's kind of pressure fitted with like a little lip on the inside of here. But I mean, there's a couple of little marks, but we'll just use a metal bodywork kind of planishing hammer to get that back in. You won't notice that when it's back on. I've also drilled out the rest of the rivets here and here and on the other ones as we go round, so we can quickly just put new rivets in once the carpet's on and the trim's back in. As you can see, the carpet bit is all on. A lot of these creases will come out once it actually gets a bit of a hoover and gets some heat on it. But I'm pretty impressed with how it's all come out. The stretch carpet worked really well. It kind of contours in all the different gaps. It's got a couple of lumps and bumps just from the sound deadening, but as you can see, I've put all the hardware back on so it fits into the J9. I've also gone through and riveted, as you can see, and put the bottom bit back in, and the carpet tucks in really nicely on all edges. Next, I'm just going to kind of let it settle, give it a good brush and a hoover to get rid of some of the marks, but I'm pretty pleased with how well it has turned out. Next, onto the door cards. Next up are the door card panels for the rear doors. All I've done is actually cut this into the same shape as the doors. As I mentioned earlier on, I just kind of measured them, and I've trial fitted this to make sure it fits in the gap. I've then loosely cut some carpet, the 4-ply one that I use for the center console. My aim here is then to basically put this in the middle with the carpet glue adhesive. I'll then kind of just spray it on all over the middle, put this down, and then tuck the edges. And then these bits here are stick-on magnets, and I'll use these to then secure it to the van doors in the back. What I can show you is on here, here's what I've already done for the other door. As you can see, it's not looking too bad, just needs a bit of a like kind of iron, or kind of get the, not iron, but kind of get the creases out, and it should be looking pretty good. And there it is, back in the J9, all finished. I think it looks really nice, gives it a nice clean finish. It certainly matches the rest of the interior in the van. Hopefully it gives you guys a bit of an idea of what I did. It might help out some of you as well. Any questions, drop me a message or post in the comments. Hopefully I'll get back to you. Thanks again. Cheers. Bye-bye.